This is the Louie T Network.
In the L.A.B room.
Exclusive.
Welcome, you are in the lab room. I am your host, Lou. Thank you for joining me. You know what this is. The week 2 preseason edition of Pats, Daps, and Smack. What are you doing? Hand? Stop it. Hand? No. No. San Francisco, I'm sorry. Illegal use of hands. What? Hands to the face on Louie T. What are you talking about? 10-yard penalty. Still PDS. That's garbage. Already, right off the bat, I couldn't control my hand. I could not control my hand. I'm sorry, San Francisco. But that nonsense you put forth in week 2, your home opener, your stadium opening, that was terrible. How dare you let somebody come into your house, and I don't care it's a preseason game, okay? I don't care that it's a preseason matchup. It's the first ever game at Levi Stadium. You got to represent, and you got blazed in your own house. That was very, very, very disheartening. You know what that felt like to me? I felt like Denver was at the door. They were knocking and they wouldn't stop. So you went to the door and you had a housewarming party and all your fans were there and you invited the whole guest list and you went up and down the list and you opened up the peephole and you looked through and you said, who invited the Denver Broncos? And everybody said, I don't know. We don't even like those guys. And they said, well, maybe they'll go away. Just don't answer the door. They kept knocking. He's just open the door, man, and see what they want. And you open the door and they smacked the hell out of you. You fell on the ground. Your lip was bleeding. And you asked them, did they want a beverage? Soft. That's what that, soft. With a capital T. Soft at your own house. Despicable. And for that, you get smacked, San Francisco. Got me smacking folks at the beginning of the program. How dare you? Now, I'm not that type of guy. So, let's talk about some warm and fuzzies. Let's pat some guys on the back, shall we? So we go to our board and this first person, I really wanted to dap them up. I literally said, hey man, Mike, that's what's up. You fumbled? Give me my damn dap back, man. And I could have smacked him. And I'm talking to Mike Evans. Mike makes this beautiful catch over the middle of the field, bounces off of a shoulder tackle. I told these young boys, stop trying to throw your shoulder into these 6'5", 240-pound receivers. It's not going to work. Okay? In college, that's fine. You can knock one of the young boys down in college with that. You get to the pros, these are grown men you're dealing with. Stop with the shoulders, people. Stop with the shoulders. So Mike bounces off of that. And I'm like, go, Mike, go. Mike is running down the sideline. I said, oh, my goodness. Mike is about to score. I said, Mike, give me some. Give me some, Mike. Mike got comfortable. Right around the 5-yard line. Here comes one of these pesky Miami Dolphin defenders. Boop, cookies. Yum, yum, eat them up. Yum, yum, eat them up. Mike fumbled the damn ball at the 2-yard line. How dare you, Mike? Give me my damn dap back. But it was a rookie mistake. So I'll pat you on your back. That was still a great catch. Still great run after the catch. Way to bounce off of that bum attempt at a tackle and get towards the end zone. Now, you should have scored. That's why I got to take my dap back. But I'll still pat you on your back and tell you, Nice job, young fella. You got to make sure you score on that, though. We're not having this discussion again because the next time I'm going to backhand you if you fumble the football right around the goal line like that again. But I feel like I'm in a good mood right now. Go ahead and pat yourself on the back, Michael. Don't let it happen again. You go to another pat. This one is a different type of pat, okay? If you watch the San Francisco 49ers Denver Broncos preseason game, you saw Antoine Bethea take one on the noggin. And this isn't your average type of blow. He took a vicious shot to the helmet. But it wasn't the shot that was alarming, that warranted a pat. It was the fall. Now, I never want to be confused with the guy that is not sympathetic. I don't laugh at people who get concussions. That's not funny. But did you see the way that he fell? Okay. Now, one of my favorite cartoons. Who doesn't love Tom and Jerry? I'm a Tom and Jerry guy now. Granted, Tom and Jerry is one of the most racist cartoons of all time. Yet I'll sit and watch Tom and Jerry all day. And what's better than when Tom is chasing Jerry and Jerry runs around the corner and there's a rake standing right there on the ground waiting on Tom. Tom hits it, boing, and falls backwards. What's better than that? Antoine Bethea ran into a rake on Saturday. And he stood straight up and he fell straight back. I've never seen anyone get a concussion and fall back like that. That was scary, funny, and dangerous all at the same time. Someone get this young man a bag of ice, some cold water, and a pillow. Because he went night-night. Hey, are you all right? No, seriously, are you okay? I'm just tapping you on your back, man. Make sure you cool, man. This ain't even a, hey, good job. This is a, hey, man. You all right? I don't know. That fall looked a little scary, but it was funny nonetheless. Go ahead and rest up, man. Rest up. You go to the next pat, man, and what can I say about my man Jimmy Graham except he's a man. But how about the blatant disrespect Jimmy Graham showed the National Football League when he decided to dunk the football not once, but twice. He said, I don't care about your little funky rule. You made it up because of me. I'm a slam dunk against the establishment. One slam dunk for you changing the rules and another one for the league ruling against me being a wide receiver. Take that. I love it, Jimmy. I love raging against the machine until they unplug it. The only reason I'm not dapping you up right now is because I'm never a fan of giving away money, man. When is it ever cool to give away money? Look, I didn't care about the penalty. Okay? The penalties, it's preseason. Who cares? But I do care about that $33,000 they docked you. Look, I get your point, and point taken. Point duly noted. However, I'm not one for throwing. Would you throw $33,000 in a trash can? I know I sure wouldn't. And for that, you get a pat on the back, man. I can't dap you up because I'm not a fan of losing money, man. I'd give it away, but my wife won't let me. Sorry. So you move on to some daps. And me and Andy Dalton aren't on speaking terms right now. And it's unfortunate because me and Andy go way back, man, to his rookie season when I told people that Andy was the truth. But of late, Andy hasn't been returning my phone calls. He's not responding to my text messages. And I understand. I get it. Because I abandoned Andy Dalton in his greatest time of need. When he needed me the most, I told Andy I was through with him. And Andy had hurt me too many times. But I must confess, Andy is balling out of control right now. Again, it's the preseason. I know. But Andy got his money, and Andy is looking and playing like new money. Smells great. And Andy is out there. Did you see the pass? Okay. Forget about what he did against the Chiefs in week 1 of the preseason when he blazed them. That beautiful throw to A.J. Green. Young, fresh, and green. But no, I'm talking about, did you see the pass that he threw to Mohamed Sanu in week 2 of the preseason versus the Jets? Oh my God. Did you see that pass? That was some 2-month-old, freshly squeezed breast milk. So soft and supple. You can't breastfeed that young man any better than that. Oh my, did you see that throw? Oh my God. Woo! He dropped it in the bucket, man. Andy is flaming hot right now. I'm hot, homeboy. I get it. You trying to silence all the critics and the doubters, all the people that said you didn't deserve the money. And that's why you won't talk to me right now, because I told you I was finished with you. After you lost to the Chargers and you threw up all over yourself in the playoffs last year, I said I was off of the Andy Dalton bandwagon. So you should be upset with me. Now, I'm just telling you right now, I'm not apologizing to you yet, Andy. I'm not, because you've hurt me too many times. Every time I've defended you too many times, and you've hurt me every single time, Andy. And I won't let you do it to me again. But I must say, you looking damn impressive in this preseason. Give me some, man. Give me some. Keep it up. It's just a preseason. But you looking awfully impressive. Game recognized game. You looking damn familiar right now, Andy. I just suddenly got the urge to smack the hell out of somebody. So let's jump to the smack category, shall we? Woo! I've been waiting on this one for a while right here. I've been waiting on this one. Did you see those damn funky ass Cleveland Browns on Monday? Good God, somebody. Where do we start? Let's start with my man Billy Ho. My man Billy Ho. Oh, you know what? First of all, let's start with the Browns team as a whole. Mike Patton, I love Mike Patton. You know how I feel about Mike Patton. Mike Patton was wrong. You can't do the whole 2 series, then you're out, 2 series, then you're out. Come on, man. This is not college football, dude. What are you doing? Okay, so from that perspective right there, you knew this was going to be a train wreck. You can't switch quarterbacks in and out every 2 series. How are you getting a rhythm? How are you getting into the flow of the game? You're not. Okay, you're not. So from that perspective right there, the Browns and the coaching staff, they got it all wrong. Then you look at the opening snap. They're not on the same page. It's a sack. Nobody moves on the offensive line, and Billy Ho goes down. And the next play was a penalty, and wow, that's one heck of a way to start the game. What about Josh Gordon? How many times you going to drop the ball? Flash! Gordon! How many times you going to drop the football, man? You know what? Let me smack the Cleveland Browns organization and the head coaching staff and everybody else involved, aside from the quarterback. Let me smack you again, man. Illegal contact on Louie T. What? 5-yard penalty. Man, you gotta be kidding me, man. First down. That's nonsense, man. That's hogwash. Get out my face with that. Back to what I was talking about. So we go to Billy Ho now. Billy Ho. My man Billy Ho. I thought you was ready, dude. I thought you was ready. But you're not ready, man. Golden opportunity to close the chapter on this quarterback quandary. To squash all the noise. To tell everybody, this is my football team. You've been saying it all offseason. This is my football team. Till somebody else tells me otherwise, this is my team. Okay. Go out and prove it. Here's your stage. Monday Night Football. Everybody's watching. And you go out there and you lay a fat egg. A dud. You stunk it up. Brian Axel Hoyer. Wide open in the end zone. Did you see the young fella open in the end zone? Just missed him. Way behind him. Passes were short. They were behind receivers. You were indecisive. How many times you gonna underthrow Jordan Cameron in the game? Shameful. Shameful. And when you're that shameful, I call you by your whole government name. Brian Axel Hoyer. Come here. Come here. Nope. Nope. No, I don't want to hear it. Come here. Personal foul. Roughing the passer on Louie T. 15-yard penalty. Still PDS. Really? Really? Anyway. Come here, Jonathan. Come. Nope. 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 Come here, Jonathan. Sit down. Have a seat. What about good old Jonathan? Jonathan football. Jonathan. What are we going to do with you, buddy? What are we going to do with you? So now, Brian goes out and stinks it up. So you've got a golden opportunity to put a stranglehold on this quarterback situation. This is yours for the taking. If you want it, go and get it. And what do? You go out there and you show us exactly why. And you know what's crazy? Is that I saw this coming. You know why? Grandpop Charlie, and you know, I call Charlie Casserly Grandpop Charlie. Grandpop Charlie told me about 3.5 weeks ago when he went out to Berea to watch the Cleveland Browns practice in training camp. He said, I'm going to tell you right now, neither one of these dudes are a starter in this league. And I'm going to tell you right now, that first pick next year in the draft that the Cleveland Browns got from Buffalo in the Sammy Watkins trade, that's their new franchise quarterback, because neither one of these dudes is the answer at the quarterback position. Grandpop Charlie told me that 3.5 weeks ago. And when Grandpop Charlie speaks, I listen. And so I already knew Jonathan was out there stinking it up. Funky. Doo-doo. So I already knew what was going on. But there's nothing like tangible evidence. Believe half of what you see, none of what you heard. So I said, even though Grandpop Charlie told me that, I still need to see it with these two eyes right here. I need to see it from the eyes of me, Louie T. And what did I see on Monday? You don't see what I see. Yeah, I saw Jonathan football stinking it up. Passes behind receivers. He's struggling to get in and out of the huddle. He's trying to run when guys are open down the field. He's panicking. Colors flash in front of his face. He has to get out of the pocket, running into sacks. I know who you are. You can't hide from me. Come here. Come on. Then, oh my God, what about the whole middle finger incident? See, you can't be fragile mentally and want to be flashing a money sign. You can't be a guy that want to talk trash and dish out. You know, anytime you give NFL players something to mock, they're going to mock you. Okay? When Sean Merriman used to do the lights out, anytime somebody sacked the other team, sacked the San Diego Chargers quarterback, which was Phillip Rivers, they were going to do the lights out. You know, anytime somebody scores against the Giants and they get upset, they're going to do the salsa with Victor Cruz. Anytime you do something that someone else sees as your trademark, they're going to mock you. You know, LT, when players used to score against the Chargers, I remember the Jets beat the Chargers in the postseason, and Sean Green scored a touchdown. He did a teardrop. That's what people do when you give them something to mock. That's what players do. Especially when they're not original. They can't come up with their own material, so they take yours. Remember Colin Kaepernick mocks Cam Newton's Superman and button it back up? Yeah, that's what people do. When you give them something to mock, they're going to mock you. And Johnny can't take it. Johnny's got thin skin. Johnny's over there being soft and fragile. He let him get in his head. He want to flip the bird. Oh, I got a bird for you. I got 5 birds right here. Ha! 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 Personal foul. Blow to the head of a quarterback. You know what? I'm about
Louie
sick and
T.
tired of you, man.
15-yard
I'm
penalty.
too sick and tired of these
Still,
officials
PDX.
throwing all these goddamn flags, slowing up the game. You know what? I got something for them, too.
Ultra, 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 ultra.
I'm sorry. That needed to be done. I need to go to a happy place. Let's go back to dapping up some cats. Sorry for that outburst. How about the Denver Broncos? Going to the San Francisco 49ers house and disrespecting them. That was great, wasn't it? There's nothing like a team going into somebody's house and not caring and not respecting the authority. There's nothing like a team going into someone else's house and being utterly disrespectful on every level imaginable. And I don't care if it's the preseason. God, that was beautiful. I love it when I see a team being unruly. Man, you got to take your shoes off at the door. Man, get out my face. I ain't taking off nothing. Hey, you got to use coasters. Man, I'm going to put this cup right on your table. Yeah, right on the glass. You just cleaned that, didn't you? Disrespectful. Ain't no eating in the living room. What? Right in the living room. Dropping crumbs on the floor. Just disrespectful. And I love it, Denver. I absolutely love it. Give me some, Denver. Give me some. For all of you who think Denver's playing around, it's not a game. What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? Huh? What about the Pittsburgh Steelers? I like what those young boys are doing. Did you see Tones? Did you see Tones catch a slant? Antonio Brown caught a slant and ran laps around the Buffalo Bills defense en route to a touchdown. Boy, that young boy is fast. Speed! Dre Archer caught another screen. Did you see him? Did you see Ryan Shazier? Oh my goodness. He was everywhere. Did you see the pick? That young fella might have had 7 tackles, a pick. He was all over the field, man. And it was his first NFL game. Somebody put him back in his cage because he's a beast. Now, I know Le'Veon Bell and LeGarrette Blount got busted for smoking weed. Yeah, I know. But I'm going to give the Steelers the benefit of the doubt because their on-the-field performance was so good. But these two knuckleheads, and I already told you, you got to keep these veteran weed smokers away from the young boys. They're a bad influence. You know LeGarrette is a weed smoker. He done been popped for smoking weed before. Why would you let Le'Veon Bell hang out with him? It's not a smart move. I tried to tell the Redskins the same thing. I said, hey, don't you let Tenard Jackson back on his football team. He's a bad influence. See what happened to my man Breland? Hey, that's the price you pay for being hard-headed. Stop letting these veteran weed smokers around the young fellas, man. Bad influence. Nonetheless, Pittsburgh Steelers, they played a hell of a game. They scored some points. They ran around on defense. That's some serious dap right there. Last but not least, Gerald McCoy. Did you see Gerald McCoy against the Miami Dolphins in week 2 of the preseason? If you didn't, you need to go back and watch his performance against Jacksonville in week 1. And then come back and watch him against Miami in week 2. And then you will understand why he's on this list. Gerald McCoy is balling out of control right now, man. Out of control. What did he have? Like 3 tackles for loss? A sack, forced fumble in that game against the Dolphins? The man is playing like a beast. He's playing like a man possessed right now. Somebody get Gerald McCoy a cold beverage and tell him to relax because he is going nuts right now. And I love it. So much so that I'm dapping up my man Gerald McCoy. You already know what time it is when number 93 is on that D-line against your guard or center or both. That man right there is playing at an all-pro level. Hope he keeps it up as we continue to get closer to the start of the 2014 NFL season. So that's another edition of Pats, Daps, and Smacks. While you're here, go ahead and sub up.